How you and Grandpa met.
I was working at the Signal newspaper, and Grandpa, Hank's, Grandpa Van, and I was his secretary, and I came, I worked in the office, and that's where I met him, was that Van came out of the office, a soldier comes walking in the newspaper, tall, thin guy. Thin. I mean thin. And he walked up to the desk and he said, and I was doing something, and he said, "Excuse me, could you help me?" And I said, "Sure. What do you need?" And he said, can I see Mr. Vanderhook? Is there anyone in there with him? And I said, well, who till I tell him is, I picked up the phone to call to say, Mr. Vanderhook, you have somebody out here that wants to see you. So anyway, I started, and he said, yeah, well, I can go on in. And he said, then he turned around and came out, and he said, "Okay, Betty," Van did. "This is my son. I've been telling you about that you guys are going to get married. That's all it is." Yeah, he did.
Really?
Yeah, really. And I said, "Oh, really?" And I said, "Sure." He said, "Well, would you like to go out for dinner tonight?" I said, "Yes, I would. Thank you." So I did. We went out for dinner and just hit it off. And after the dinner, we went to the movies, and then he was only home. He was on a weekend pass. They got Friday, Saturday, but they had to report Sunday. They had to be there by a certain time on Sunday. And he was at the time being trained for combat up in San Luis Obispo.
Yeah, okay.
And that's where I met him. So then the next weekend, he come home. Then he went overseas.
For how
And
long?
he says, he asked me to marry him the first night we went out. He said, "I've picked my bride. Will you marry me?" And I said, "You're kidding,"
Right.
And but that's the way it was, exactly.
Um,
When he comes.